The Blues have been linked with Nottingham star Murillo. The Daily Mail claimed earlier this week that Chelsea are among the top clubs currently monitoring Forest's Murillo as a possible transfer target. Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain also admire the young centre-back. He had an impressive individual season at the City ground, despite his team being in the middle of the relegation zone. Now, The Telegraph explains that Forest are under no pressure to sell key players such as Murillo or Morgan Gibbs-White on the cheap, despite issues with the Premier League's profitability and sustainability regulations, PSR. Apparently, the Reds will take a firm stance regarding Murillo's future amid increasing interest heading into the summer. They will demand at least £50 million. Angelo Gabriel has returned after suffering an injury. Reports claim that Chelsea have added another long-term injury problem to the growing list of players at Stamford Bridge. According to the Evening Standard, Angelo Gabriel has returned to the club following a hernia problem he suffered while in France. Angelo was loaned to Strasbourg this season, and things started well in the early months. However, as the club's performance declined, things began to not go well for the Brazilian player. He is still yet to score a goal this season, even though he has now played 25 matches in all competitions. Although the winger has at least featured on a semi-regular basis, it is likely he will make his final appearance of the season, having returned to Cobham following a reported injury. Chelsea are considering a summer move for Ferran Torres. According to a report by Spanish media Fichajes, Ferran Torres is a target for Chelsea. The West London club will likely investigate the market for reinforcements in attack ahead of the summer transfer window. Therefore, the Barcelona striker has emerged as a worthy target for them. Chelsea's interest in Ferran Torres is surprising. The Blues have invested heavily in forwards during Todd Bailey's reign, but a closer look reveals that almost no offensive player can live up to those demands. So Chelsea can make improvements to most of the attackers in the squad. Cole Palmer could be said to be Chelsea's best signing. The England international has scored 14 goals and 12 assists in 25 games so far this season, following his €47 million move from Manchester City last summer, and has at times played in a one-man attack. He arrived with few expectations and a huge transfer fee, but he is now seen as Chelsea's most crucial striker and one of the most business-savvy in their history. Chelsea have been far from perfect this season, but Mauricio Pochettino has Palmer to thank for not being sacked by the Blues. Without a trip to Wembley and an even lower league position, Pochettino would almost certainly have been sacked by now. Therefore, the decision to sign Palmer saved Pochettino. Benjamin Sesko is liked by Chelsea talent scouts. The Blues are expected to make a move to sign a striker this summer, having spent big on a striker in the previous transfer window since Todd Boehly came in as new owner. Chelsea fans are dreaming of a clinical goal scorer in their team, and that supports reports that they are looking to bring in someone new up front. Benjamin Sesko has been linked with a move from RB Leipzig, with the youngster having scored 11 goals in all competitions this season. It has previously been claimed that Chelsea scouts have recommended the 20-year-old as an ideal candidate for signing. He is claimed to be available for a fee of £45 million, and this would offer Chelsea a much cheaper alternative to some of the other names they have been linked with. Axel Disasi thinks he has gotten much better this season. Disasi is optimistic and positive about his individual performance during his first season as a Chelsea player. He said, "I feel I have improved since the start of the season. With my English, my physique, my mentality too. When I came here, I was curious how I would adapt to the Premier League, and I think I did well. It takes time, but that's the process. The process is good, and you have to keep trying to get better again and again. I really enjoyed it. That's something I wanted, to play in England, so I'm very happy and proud to play here. I think my adaptation has been good. I have played a lot of games and I feel more comfortable game by game with my teammates." Chelsea sends scouts to monitor Victor Gyokeres. Gyokeres has become famous since wearing the Sporting Club de Portugal uniform from Coventry City, and is considered a name at the top of the list of a number of European clubs. Chelsea is believed to be one of them. The Blues' need for a number 9 has been a consistent concern throughout the season, with Nicholas Jackson's finishing spotty since his arrival last summer from Villarreal. According to reports, this was the third time Gyokeres had been attended by fans from West London, as Sweden faced Portugal. Gyokeres managed to sit in 11th place in the race for the European Golden Shoe. The award is awarded based on the number of goals scored in the season, with greater weighting for those playing in the top 5 leagues given the higher quality of defence and greater difficulty of the game. Gyokeres is behind Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe and Harry Kane, but still leads the likes of Jude Bellingham, Ollie Watkins and Mohamed Salah. Chelsea's plan this summer is to recruit a new goalkeeper. The Blues currently have Robert Sanchez and Georgia Petrovic, but there are question marks over both of them throughout this season. In fact, journalist Simon Phillips claimed via Substack last month that Chelsea are worried about Sanchez and Petrovic when it comes to their ball-playing abilities. Now there is talk that Chelsea may raid Portuguese giants Porto for Diogo Costa. Sports Lens claims that there is a high possibility that Chelsea will go out and sign another goalkeeper in the next summer transfer window. Understandably, the Blues have been studying Costa for a long time. The report says that Chelsea were linked with a £64 million bid for the Porto man last summer, and he is on their list again this year. In addition, Costa is now considered more likely to move this summer. Diego Costa is the definition of a modern goalkeeper with the way he plays with the ball at his feet. In particular, he has a good passing range and is able to direct the ball to his wingbacks with precision and speed. Liverpool, Manchester United and Chelsea are keeping an eye on João Neves this summer. Neves has made 45 appearances in all competitions for Benfica. The midfielder is attracting interest from Premier League and European clubs. He became hot property after establishing himself as a mainstay in Roger Schmidt's team this season. He was recently asked if he would stay at Benfica. He said, "I promise to do my best in every training session, in every match, and I think that is one of my best qualities. I am focused on Benfica, and even more so on the next match. I think I will do my best in every match and every training session." From this interview, João Neves refused to answer the reporter's questions. The director of Brazilian club Fluminense dreams of signing Thiago Silva. Chelsea defender Thiago Silva's contract expires at the end of the season, and Brazilian club Fluminense are ready to take him back to his homeland. The Brazilian club Fluminense is again trying to repatriate its former players to South America. Speaking to ESPN Brazil, Fluminense sporting director Fred said, "Thiago Silva has been our dream for a long time. We talk to him almost every week. Thiago has a contract in England. We support him. I personally am his friend. I'm a big fan of his character. He deserves the best. He knows here that the door is wide open for him to come back. We have to be careful not to put pressure on Thiago. The fans love Thiago. We love Thiago. And Thiago loves Fluminense. One day it is inevitable. It will happen. It is the player's wish, the club's wish, and we hope it happens as soon as possible." Commentators confirmed that Chukwuemeka had an injury. Carney Chukwuemeka is currently playing for the England U21 national team, experiencing a few injury problems against Azerbaijan in a UEFA Euro U21 qualifying match. The commentator said, "Carney Chukwuemeka is out with a slight injury, but is expected to return for Tuesday's match. Fortunately, the attacking midfielder's injury is not too bad, although he will miss Friday's match against Azerbaijan. There is a possibility the Chelsea playmaker could return within days when England U21s play Luxembourg on Tuesday." João Neves' release clause increases to €150 million if latest contract offer is accepted. The creative young star is increasingly getting playing time in the first team, and the attention of top European clubs is starting to focus on him. Manchester United are reportedly at the forefront, but Chelsea are mentioned soon after. Benfica president Rui Costa is seeking to offer Neves a new contract that would pay him more, but would also increase his release clause from Euro 120mm to Euro 150m. The offer is already on the table. It just needs to be signed by Neves. But considering that his agent is Jorge Mendes, anything can happen, and we can still see further developments in the story.